I'm getting a call here. Hello? Yeah, let them in. Let all of them in. They get a VIP section, half off Trulies all night. I know I said in the third quarter that I'm never letting them back in the Slightly Delusional Club again, but damn it, let them back in. Yeah, Luka and Reggie especially. They get bottle service all night. All right, see you a bit. Guys, was a win pretty? No, but it was a win. Was I happy directly after the game? No, but it's 30 minutes later, and I'm feeling really good about a much-needed win. Let's discuss it. First and foremost, the Mavericks move up to 5th in the Western Conference. Now only a game back of the 1 seed. 8-5, man. You know, if you think about everything going on, was this game pretty? No. Was I furious? Yes. But all of these things, all of your issues, all of your dilemmas, you're now 8-5. You have beaten 3 of the teams ahead of you. 3 of the 4 teams ahead of you in the West. You have wins against Portland, Utah, and, well, my brain just shut off because I just remembered you were up 20 against the Suns. You actually didn't win that game. Never mind. So, you know, it's just a weird feeling. It is. Tonight's game, well, first and foremost, can we just talk about maybe the end of the game and just pretend like everything was cool? Right? Reggie Bullock had 0 points in this game. It was really bad. He's had a really rough go of it. He makes 4 threes in the final, 6 minutes of the game. And I was saying this in the stream. Every single one of his threes were huge. Like, it wasn't like any of them were just like, oh, man, Reggie, we really needed that shot. It was like, Reggie, we lose the game if you don't make this 3. And he made all of them. So shout out to him. This one was what should have been the dagger, but it eventually was not the dagger. The Mavericks had to pull this one out the mud again, and we're going to talk about it because, yes, if you didn't watch the game and you're looking at all the final stuff, right? This crazy, Reggie hit some clutch threes. This insane Luka Doncic 3 into the shot clock. You don't get points here. You really have a chance to lose this game. And Luka, end of shot clock, throws that shit up and makes it. Luka Magic strikes again, and he shushes his own crowd. Yeah, this is what happens. Where were you when Luka Doncic strikes? This is a common occurrence. That's about how it feels. That's just the most sane reaction, I think. Right? Shushing your home crowd is just disgusting behavior, and I love it. Psychopathic stuff right there, and that's exactly what you want to see from your superstar. So, anyways, if you didn't watch this game, you're probably seeing all this. You're like, whoa, great win. Wow, the boys are really humming. They had a 22-point lead at halftime and eventually found themselves down, I believe, 5. 5 was the biggest deficit in the fourth quarter. So, no, it's not this great feeling. It's a good feeling, but it's still, I'm sorry, your largest lead was 25. And you pulled this one out of the dirt. Man, it's just like, I don't know what gets into this team. But Jesus Christ, it's so stressful. It's so annoying. I would love for them to just win a game and it be, a fun, enjoyable experience, like that Grizzlies game. But that's the only one. Out of the Mavericks, how many games have they played now? It's 8 plus 5. Okay, carry over the 1. Out of their 13 games they played so far this season, only 2, I think, haven't been clutch games. One of them was your blowout win against Grizzlies. The other one was your disgusting loss against the Wizards, I'm pretty sure. Wizards or Magic, one of the 2. And it's still just like, oh, man. And it should be noted, the Clippers were on the second eye of a back-to-back, and it looked like it in the first quarter. In the first half, look at this. 15 points, 17 points. You gave up 32 points at halftime. It was fantastic. And then it just went so far downhill. But they did pull it out. They did pull it out. Look, Kings are up 35 right now against the Nets. Guess what? If this were the Mavs, I would be terrified. I would actually be scared. That's just the reality. Again, you let Nicholas Batum go. What did he go? 7 of 7. He didn't miss a shot. He missed a free throw, but didn't miss a field goal. So now you have these all of these compounding things where it's okay. Batum has this career game where he doesn't miss a shot. Trey Murphy didn't miss a shot. Hold on a second. Look at this saxophone. All right, let's get back to business. Trey Murphy didn't miss a shot. Damian Lee had the best game of his life. Good night, Magnify. See you tomorrow. Isaiah Joe has the best game of his life. Like, all of these things happening, it's just like, oh, God. You know, at a certain point, it stops becoming like an unlucky thing. But you did a pretty good job on Paul George. You forced 10 turnovers. They were doubling him, trapping him. It led to turnovers. Good job there. Marcus Morris had 18 points on 7-11. You did a good job on, man, what is going on with Norman Powell? He's been horrific. A guy who I would actually like on the Mavs. Maybe he just needs to change the scenery. John Wall went off in the fourth quarter of this game. I feel like, I think he had 2 points at halftime or something like that. So John Wall went off at this point in the game. 35 for Luka. 35 for Luka, 11 boards, 5 assists. I wonder how many hockey assists he got. Because, man, at the end of the game, obviously, it was the trap on Luka. And you saw that in pretty much most of these threes, right? Luka passes out. Dorian, good ball movement here. Dwight Powell had... I think Polak said earlier in the chat, Dwight Powell had 3 assists in the last 3 minutes of this game. All because of plays like this, right? Luka gets trapped, boom. Short roll for Dwight Powell, and he kicks out. So that was good to see. Like, the fourth quarter offense, the closing offense was much better. So that's a good thing. Maybe this is like some genius 4,000 IQ play for Kid. He's like, all right, we need to learn how to close out games. That's one of our bigger weaknesses. We need to learn how to do it. So, guys, I know you're up 35 points. Let's go ahead and blow it. Let's get into a close game, and let's figure out how we can win clutch games. Maybe that's what's going on. Huh? Maybe that's what's happening. But Luka had a really good game tonight, obviously. Dinwiddie's 6 of 15. Don't know if that tells the full story. Obviously, Dinwiddie's been one of the better shooters in the league to start the season. But 2 of 8 tonight. But he has some really big plays down the stretch, like a huge and one. And a couple of aggressive attacks. You know, aggressive drives that led to either free throws or layups. So I don't know. I think the stats, the shooting numbers are a little bit misleading for Dinwiddie. I thought he played pretty okay. Dorian, huge shots tonight, man. 7 of 13 from deep. Love to see it. I think Dinwiddie's maybe on the up and up a little bit shooting-wise, which would be huge, right? Because, I mean, they close out on him hard. Like, there's other players like Maxey, Josh Green, honestly even Reggie towards the end of the game, where they're just, like, leaving them by themselves. Dorian will always get a pretty aggressive closeout. So him knocking down his threes, here he's in the corner. He makes more corner threes than anybody in basketball. Dorian, another great game. Love it when Dorian has good games. It just feels really good. And what else? 15 for Christian Wood, 24 minutes. It was a little bit rough down the stretch. He was getting killed a little bit, so he had to come out. It just wasn't a very great matchup for him. But you know, when Zubats is out there, I don't think it's the best of matchups for them. But when the Clippers were going small, Wood was punishing him, and that was good to see. You know, he can attack these mismatches. See, they're going uber small here. They've got John Wall or Batum on him. I mean, that's just, it's too little. And he was attacking that. But once Zubats came in the game, you know, it became a little bit more difficult for him. Zubats is just a great rebounder. All of this stuff, you kind of need to combat that. You know, not that Dwight Powell's a great rebounder or anything. It's not like you have a great rebounder. You're a great rebounder that you went out and got in the offseason. Turns out he's terrible, which is unfortunate. But good to see that from Seawood. Now, yes, Christian Wood is the only guy on the bench who scored a point. Granted, Maxey only played 10 minutes. He had a really hard fall. Really hard fall here. He was cleared though, unless I'm misremembering. I'm pretty sure they cleared him to come back and play after this. He just didn't. So I'm pretty sure he's okay long term. But yeah, he 0 points for him, 0 points for Tim, who is a disaster. I mean, he's been really bad, and it sucks, but he just has been, and I hate that that's the case. 0 for Josh Green, not a great night for him offensively. And you had 0 for Reggie for the longest time. All 13 of his points coming in the fourth quarter. So you got to give a shout out. You got to give a shout out to Reggie. Wait, what? I wanted a celebration. I don't know why I did that, honestly. I'm not going to shush our fans, so I don't know why I did that. That's hilarious that Luka said that about shushing. That's really funny. After halftime, they said he won't return. Oh, I thought they said he was cleared. Okay, my bad. Maybe I misheard that. I wanted a celebration. I don't know why I did that. Honestly, I'm not trying to shush our fans. I can feel that, though. If you've ever played sports, I mean, you could just play sports at any level, even like a pickup basketball game. You hit a big shot or something. Yeah, it's just like you black out. You just black out. You don't know. Like, he just blacked out. I feel that. And we have to talk about it. The Mavericks made the right choice at the end of the game. 6 seconds left. They were up 3. They made the right decision by fouling Nicholas Batum with 4 seconds left, sitting him to the free throw line. And wouldn't you guess it? They missed the offensive rebound. They missed the offensive rebound, and they just got lucky that Robert Covington missed out of bounds. Yes, they originally called this Clippers ball. Officiating was bad both ways. That specific ref, she had a rough go of it tonight. Just missed some pretty obvious calls. But fortunately, they overturned that, right? The Mavericks had their challenge, so either way, they were definitely going to overturn that. But yeah, I mean, God, it's just, man, can they stop blowing these leads? Please, man. Please. Ugh. Man, remember the times we had. Seriously. I can never pronounce this word right. Masses? Fuck. It's not even close. I told you guys, 3 Trulies on an empty stomach. First half amazing. Third quarter was a yikes. That's true. The third quarter was really the only part. It really was the third quarter. Like, the fourth was all right. You lost the quarter by 2, but you did what you needed to do. The third quarter was an unmitigated disaster. Masochist. Are you a masochist? If you are, watch this Mavs team. We lose the rebound battle 40-34. That's not a horrific defeat. Offensive boards 8-3. Good to see. You know, when you have like a size disadvantage like the Mavs do against Zubats, only giving up 3 offensive boards, that's pretty good. T-Wood was looking solid bench player. He was the only bench player to score, but a good big Zubats locked him down in the second half. Yeah. Captain Powell has done his job, unappreciated once again. Yeah, sacrificed his windpipe. Right, usually it's his face. Tonight, Norman Powell hit him in the windpipe, choked him out for a little bit. We had 12 turnovers. Clippers had 21. Mavs have been doing a great job in the turnover battle so far this year. Our second clutch fourth quarter game in a row. Yeah. Happy I lost the bet. Go Mavs. Oh, God. You took the Mavs. That's actually hilarious. You took the Mavs. You took the Clippers money line mid-game, and they were plus 850. That's honestly hilarious. Another angle of the Luka 3. I mean, that's wild. Yeah! Somewhat unrelated, it was just me or Paul George just randomly throwing the ball out of bounds this game. Yeah, Paul George had some terrible passes. He had 10 turnovers. Well, hey, man, a win's a win. A win's a win.